So we're now off to the Z900 meet, which is the I believe the more modern types that Paul's riding, the tribute to the original. And it's the first Z900 meet of this club of the year, and they've called it the Summer Sausage. I don't know why. There's some relevance, but that's where we're off to now. And Paul has informed me they're long, boring roads, so there won't be much to see. Old vintage cars there, wonderful. Should be out in the sunshine though, shouldn't they? Sitting in a garage. Think bike, well that's a nice sentiment. Yeah, all good. No, we're not moving there. We're going to stay here. Where's he going? Give me a clue here, Paul. Give me a clue. He's going down there. He's going to the front. Okay. Ah, BMW. Very swish. Thanking the Fiesta for letting me out at short notice. That's a nice way to filter. But now I have the FJR syndrome of burning legs. The heat coming off the engine out of the lower fairings gets blasted across your calves. And I have to say, my left more than my right is really quite hot. It's like putting your leg on a really hot radiator and getting that first feeling of the burn. Nothing more than that, but it's there. I might have the screen down. I actually let a bit of cool air on us. That's reasonably pleasant. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't follow you there, mate. Well, this isn't happening before the roundabout, so I guess I'm just going to have to sit here and be patient. See which way Paul goes. Looks like he's lining up to go left or straight on. I haven't seen an indicator. He's going straight on. Or possibly to Ringstead and Denford, I don't know. No, it seems straight on. Nice clean Mercedes, lovely old car. Getting the old fizzy hand. Not fun. Lewis Brothers dry lining, throwing cups of water out of the car. I wonder why that is. Was that done to annoy Paul, or was that done just because he didn't want to finish his whatever liquid he was drinking? My backside is in bits.
This is enough for me there, that's hurt.
Yeah.
This ran about one there last time I come, so I think we might have to look at the phone.
Okay, you do your thing, and then we'll do our thing. I'll tell you what I saw. That looks like a Ducati Dharma or Panther. But did you see the Laverde Montjuic going the other way?
Yeah.
Nice. And
There's a lot of nice motors about as well, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah. He was making a bit of a racket as well when he went past.
All right, mate.
After you, buddy. And off we go again. Brief rest stop for Paul. We're 5 miles away now, so it's not too far at all, 5 or so minutes. And we'll see lots of lovely Z900s. Hopefully old as well as new. That's why it's called the Super Sausage Meat, because it's at the Super Sausage Cafe. Ah, makes sense. Lots of people here. It is busy, busy, busy. I'm gonna go there. Stick mine out the way. I guess this is it. And what a nice bike to park next to. That's the boy, isn't it? With a tax discount from May 1973. This is stunning. Homage to the Z1R. Hand bent pipe. Even the aftermarket works, doesn't it? Yes, a few of the short tails, a few of the long tails.
Yeah.
So this has got Ohlins and different forks.
Ohlins, different forks, and Brembo calipers.
And Brembo calipers.
You can't retrofit them calipers to my forks because they're wider.
Right.
And that's the SE.
And this is the SE, yeah? Kawasaki Z900 1400 green.
And that one's got the Yoshi pipe on, which is lovely.
Yes.
But 1800 quid like the man
£1,800 for the Yoshi pipe. There's a Yoshi pipe one there on the black one. The black one's a bit of a monster. Yes, it's like a very kind of, almost like a BMW black. It's metallic.
He's gone the blacking out route and everything.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks very good. The Yoshimura badges. Splash of red on the shock just to have it stand out. Yeah, it does look good.
There is, like you say, it's like the Bandits. There's so many.
There are. Everybody is individual. There's no two the same.
Got more look like when I got it, with all the silver bits on.
That's how yours looked?
Yeah. Short tail.
Yes. The long tail is the look.
Got a nice colour match over.
Bit of work to do on that one though, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of work. I was going to say, what inspired you to do this in this way? I was getting a Max vibe off it.
Yeah, Mad Max 1.
Yeah, it was like almost like a toe cutter kind of feel going on there.
You know it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we know it well. Yeah. But
to be done.
it has to be done, and it's superb.
I say she's finished externally now.
Yeah.
There's just a few bits what you can't see have got to be done. So I think we'll do the engine mounts, put the over racing engine mounts on there, stiffen it up a little bit, brace it a bit.
Yeah.
Apart from that, not a lot more to do, is there really?
It looks fantastic.
Put tyres on it and put fuel in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they're for, isn't it?
Yeah. And hold on to it.
Yeah.
The bill wouldn't start.
Oh, what a surprise. Now we're talking. We can't have an FJR YouTube channel without having an FJR in there.
That's called a smart pillar, which is black arrow. He's got the Vitz pillar, which is white arrow,
Right.
it's white, and then they've got ace bars on it, so we've got to convert it.
Ah, right, okay. It's unusual.
That's a very popular colour, they call them Jaffas.
Jaffa cakes, yeah, you can see why, obviously.
Yeah.
Clues in the colours. Chocolate, brown and orange.
They're even on the logbook as a Jaffa, same as them ones on the logbook as yellow ball, the paint colour.
Really?
Yeah, yellow ball.
And the brown is actually kind of a metallic, a soft metallic. You can just, the sun's just disappeared there, but when your sun comes out, it's got a real nice look to it. Yeah, yeah. All of life is here.
That one, not Gary's, the one where he's got his victory jacket on.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, only on that yellow and green one, did the original Kawasaki badges and the original 900 badges for new, so they come with them on.
Right.
And they put a grab rail, a cylinder round grab rail, they put that on it for some reason.
Well, that was fantastic. Had a lovely time at the Super Sausage. We're moving on, heading back to Paul's place now, and we're going through a few little more nicer roads than we came on. The deal was we had to get here, so we had to suffer some pretty boring, tedious motorway and dual carriageway. This time we've got a little bit more of a fun route. Thought you were going to go for it there. You would have left me behind. I wouldn't have made it. Thinking of others as always, Paul. Feel free to crack on a bit if you're getting too hot. Oh, that was a mistake, accelerating hard with your visor open. When I was younger, i.e. when I first started motorcycling, I used to ride with my visor up a lot more than I do now. Literally, as I pull away, the visor is shut, if it's open at all. And when I was younger, I used to ride with it up all the time. I don't know why, because yeah, of course I used to get things in my eyes, bugs hitting you in the face, wasps crawling around the inside if you crash on it. It's a natural reaction now, and the right one, to put your visor down if it's up when you're pulling away. For me anyway. Forewarning. Oh, he's off. Okay. Where's this place, Paul?
Bedford.
This is Bedford, is it? Isn't this Egg's old haunt? Is this Egg's old haunt?
It's not far.
Yeah.
He was athletic, weren't he? Which weren't far away at all.
Yeah. Egg is an old friend back from the Hayabusa days who we still keep in touch with. Good old Mark. He's a good lad. He's a good egg. Ah, right. So there you go, Egg, if you're watching, wherever you are. Paul says this is the run you used to do your breakfast run on. The road you used to do your breakfast run on. I hope it brings back happy memories.
Once we get out of this fucking town.
What a day! What a lovely day! I do have to say that this is a far nicer way of going back to base than it was going to the saucy sausage or whatever it was called. What was it called? The sexy sausage or the sausage party? I don't know. The thing with the sausage and the bikes. What was it called? The silly sausage. Silly sausage. I can't remember. Something about sausages. Something about sausages and Kawasaki's. What that place was, what was it called, that place? I can't remember. Anyway, the sausage place, the sausage place. Nicer coming back from it than it was going. But it really is a lovely day. Getting a thatched cottage roof done there. Another one there as well. There must still be a market for it. Thatchers. Red kite up there. Wonderful bird. I'm led to understand that in the Middle Ages the red kite was referred to as the shite hawk. Interesting possible facts for you there. He's going for it. He's blinking going for it. I'm going to wait a slightly straighter. That'll do me. Well, it's been a longer ride back. I mean, we're pretty much at the time it took us to get from Paul's place to the sausage place, and I think it was 1 hour and 6 or something around those lines, and it's now 1 hour and 4, and I have to say this is a far more pleasant route. I think, yes, I think we do deserve a bit of a backside break, as I've now taken to calling them a backside break, because that's what typically for me is now starting to punctuate my rides. It's not a rest for legs or a drink or, you know, to admire the scenery. It's a backside break. This denotes, this thing attached to my legs denotes how far I can travel before I need to stop. Oh, I tell you. And it was about 10 mile ago, mate, I have to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, lovely ride back. Much nicer than the ride there.
That road there, that used to be a lovely road. See, the old bikers have still used it, but it's all speed limits.
Yeah, well, it's the nature of the beast, isn't it?
You know the way you went before we
I'm glad to catch that question on camera.
I'll get us, I'm going to have a piece and get us, what do you want to drink?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you mentioned the loos. Are there any loos here? Yeah. Good, because I'm going to need them. Oh!
Yeah.
See, this is what I need. Look, look, look at the width of that seat. It's like that. That's what this is calling out for here. Right, mate.
We'll take that one?
Yeah, sure. I'll just get my phone camera set up. Don't touch your phone.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. It's recording. So, happy days. Yeah, she's a big old girl. Not quite the booster, but she'll do for now.
Oh, your foot.
Well, yeah, you've been ruined with this, haven't you? Look at that.
It'll turn over with the engine off switch on.
Yeah, all of that. Lead on, young Lockwood. Yeah. So Paul has now decided he'd like a little go on some quality. And I swapped for his lovely Z900. That's the FJR gearbox kicking into first from neutral. It does it with a very sweet crunch. It's a harder seat than the FJR, but not uncomfortable. Of course, it feels like the front end isn't connected to anything because there's no weight on it. Be nice to get rolling without the fairing on and get some cool air through me. From this position I'll be able to watch that back end of the bike and see how that rear shock's responding. Since John Warrington freed it up, it's improved the handling somewhat. I'm just wondering how it's going to react over some of these bumpy fen roads. Keep an eye on it and see what it does. In the meantime, here we are on the Z900, which is a really nice place to be. It's very civilized, considering it looks like a little hooligan. Super light, easy controls. And Paul was telling me it's got some kind of cable assist on the clutch. It's a hydraulic clutch with cable. Kind of a mix of the two, and the clutch is so light. It's literally one finger clutch. There you go, one finger. I do say it's nice to have a sixth gear. You know, you're not going for the extra gear. It feels naturally in its top gear and cruising, as opposed to the FJR that always seems to be wanting to change up. Pulls nice and smooth. That's something nice to see. A temperature gauge for external temperature, 23 degrees. A very pleasant riding sensation today, especially on this without the fairing. And this doesn't cook your legs the way the FJR does either. I have to say though, the rear brake on this is absolutely appalling. There's no retardation. Your foot literally goes all the way around the peg before there's any kind of action from the rear brake. I mean, that's full-on rear brake. It's terrible. It really is bad. In contrast, and in complete contrast, the FJR has a monster rear brake. I'll teach you to step out on the road. Lovely clutchless changes, really nice, and very responsive throttle. The FJR has a rather slack and sloppy throttle. if you rev it at a standstill, there's a lot of play in that throttle that needs to be taken out. This, on the other hand, is absolutely instant. Yes, nothing there on that back brake. Nothing at all. Oh. But the rest of the bike's great. It just feels like it's going to be fun as soon as you sit on it. And it is, really. You can see why these are such a popular motorbike. Okay, I might see a little bit of airflow now. Are you enjoying it? It's a bit different to this. It's a little bit slacker. Missed that pothole. Onto the bumpier stuff now. See how the FJR soaks these bumps up compared to this bike. I suspect with the FJR's knackered rear suspension, he might struggle a bit. bike's actually perfect for this kind of road. It's so light and flicky. Very nimble compared to that big old boat up ahead. I'm not talking about the Nissan Qashqai, obviously. Yeah, it seems to, once it's going a bit quicker, it seems to settle a bit better on the bumps, which is what you want, really, isn't it? You don't think skipping over the bumps at speed. The suspension's working quite nicely there. Paul looks quite comfortable. Enjoying that burger again. And the seat, although initially feeling quite hard to sit on after sitting on the FJR, it's actually quite compliant. I'm hitting the bumps and I can feel my bum squishing into the seat. Feels like the bump's being absorbed a bit better with this seat than the seat on the FJR. I could probably do as many miles on this before I got bot ache as I do on the FJR. We have to find out what Paul thought of the old barge. I do like this kind of bike though, it really is good fun. Well, that was jolly good fun. That was jolly good fun. It's like riding a switchblade after you've ridden a lump hammer. You know what I mean? The throttle on this is instant. Yeah. It turns instantly.
That's like a turbine, isn't it? It's like a...
Yeah, what do you think of it?
Electric motor. It's good though, once you get used to the mass.
That's the thing that takes initial getting used to, is the simple amount of it that there is. Yeah. This feels like there's nothing. And it felt a little bit choppy on the bumps until you actually got going really quickly. And then it really started to absorb them actually. I was quite impressed. It was better over the bumps at 80 than it was, well, not 80 but 60 than it was at 30. You know.
Very light on the front, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. This is stunning. Homage to the Z1R.